Second night of Monster Week, and it's the Sox and Braves in the middle game of the series. The Red Sox have dropped 4 in a row. Tonight, Connolly early, facing Atlanta's potent lineup for the second time in a month. Dave O'Brien alongside Sweet Lou Merlone and also Jemai Webster, also Tom Caron back up on the monster later on tonight. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa took aim at that monster last night, had a solo home run in the 9th inning. Said later he'd like to play a little bit more.
Well, the way this infield is right now, you're playing matchups and the hot hand. And right now, IKF is the hot hand. Look at his last 7 games. Now, it's been in and out of the lineup, so you go back to May 17th. But you're talking about 7 for 13, a couple of doubles, a home run. He's drawing walks as well. He's getting on base. And recently, working with this young hitting group, they've talked a lot about pulling the ball in the air. He credited them yesterday after the game, talking about he's put a lot of work into this, looking for certain pitches that he can drive. This is the double off the wall that he thought he got the night before. And then last night, of course, the home run that after that, he wasn't quite sure. He's going to run this one out. But IKF has been swinging the bat. He's back in there again today, trying to take advantage of the playing time.
High performance player presented by GMC. Red Sox have been home run starved, as you know, but lately they've been hitting a few more. They opened last night with back-to-backs and wound up hitting 3 in the game. Looking for more on a summer-like evening at Fenway Park. Coming your way next.
This just
Plymouth Rock, auto and home insurance for Boston sports fans, and by buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com. Wilson Contreras has been the man in the Red Sox lineup. When they perform well, he's always in the thick of it. And earlier tonight, a terrific interview with Will Middlebrooks and Lou Merlone right in front of batting practice.
Wilson, first off, congratulations. AL Player of the Week. That had to feel pretty good. A lot of good hitters in this league.
Yeah, thanks for this opportunity. Happy to be here. Happy to be with the Red Sox, and happy to gain my first AL Player of the Week in the American League.
First one. How many in the National League?
Just one.
All right. So something else too we got to add in. Today marks your 10-year service in big league baseball. Yeah. Congratulations on that. Not many people get to that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm blessed to be here, blessed to be part of the 2.5% people that make it 10 years. Or the 10% of the people to make it to 10 years. Thinking where I come from makes me emotional, because I came from the bottom with my whole family on my shoulders, with a backpack full of dreams, coming to the United States, not knowing the language, not knowing anything about USA, but grinding through every year. And now that I'm turning 10 years, the big league makes me really emotional.
Well, there's got to be a little celebration in there, right? When you hit 10 years, right? Isn't it something in that clubhouse?
Yeah, I mean, we have a meet at 5:10. I don't know if it's going to make something about me, but I mean, I'm here to enjoy with my teammates.
All right, so take me through. Wilson Contreras shows up at the ballpark, right? I know you got different things. Maybe you're working out, but as far as hitting goes, what's one of the first things do you do? Are you looking at video, T-work? What does your hitting day look like when you first show up here at the field? Yeah,
when I show up ready. I already watch videos. I already have my approach for the day. I already have my plan for the day. So when I come to a ballpark, it's basically practicing the cage, visualizing the game in the cage, paying attention to my hitting mechanics and all the stuff. But I'm trying to keep it simple. I'm trying to simplify every pitcher, every situation, and every count. I'm not a hitter that's going to look for sinker or forcing fastball cutter. To me, that's a one pitch and one direction only, and that's how you simplify a pitcher that have 4 to 5 pitches. So my day, like at the ballpark, is mostly keeping it simple, but my focus in the game.
So, looking over your numbers throughout your career, you hammer fastballs. Hammer them, right? Do you build your approach on a daily basis based off of what you do well, or do you base it off of what you think he's going to do to you?
I mean, there's a balance between of what I do well and what I think they're going to try to do. Now that I'm on top of the plate, I think I'm getting more challenged with the fastball. And so my mindset is to hit the fastball number 1 and keeping the direction that I want to hit it to. But yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to keep it simple, because now every pitcher has 4 or 5 different pitches, and I think it's really hard to cover every one of those. But yeah, I'm trying to be on my number one and stay on it.
So my son's 16 years old. I talk to these guys about Big League BP. I said, when you go to a game, if you get there early, watch what Big League BP looks like. And I don't know, maybe it's changed. Maybe you're a little bit different, but I always find that swing the other way. Like, what is your, like, round one, round two, what do you build to in a day right now in batting practice?
Well, during batting practice, I'll focus myself on hitting it through center field. I used to believe to hit it to right field, but then you start creating different mechanics, and then when it comes to a game, you kind of lay down fastballs. So I'm trying to build my BP to the middle of the field, line drive, and then, yeah, I let it hit the fourth or to fifth round. But the only way I hit it to right field if I'm late. So I'm not trying to hit it to right field. I'm trying to stay through the middle, keep it simple, playing like stay through the middle with my swing.
So also, you're pulling the ball in the air. I know this is something across baseball everybody's trying to do, is pull the ball in the air, hit for power, slug. You're doing it more than you've ever done in your career. Now, is part of that playing here with the wall here, or is that just you trying to get more slug out of your game?
Be honest, when the season started, I was trying to slug. I was trying to do damage. In the mid-April, I was like, you know what, just try to stay short, put the ball in play, because I already have the power, I already have the swing, so I needed more contact, and then that's when I made my adjustment with my hitting mechanics. Right now, I'm just trying to put the ball in play. I'm not thinking of hitting in the air or hitting a ground ball. I'm just trying to keep my swing plain and simple. And based on the pitch where the location is, the damage is where the damage comes from.
Gentlemen, great stuff there with Wilson Contreras. Great inside baseball. Connolly Early threw the ball well in Atlanta as the Red Sox played the Braves tough for 2 of those games. He's back on the hill tonight in the middle game of the series. That's coming your way next from Fenway.
Transmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Red Sox.
Red Sox baseball on Essence brought to you by Nissan. Shop NissanUSA.com today. Yingling, brewing America's lager for nearly 200 years. By Subaru of New England. Love, it's what makes Subaru Subaru. And powered by Salem 5. Stay ahead of the game with the power of 5. Make your move. Back-to-back gorgeous nights here at Fenway Park. And apparently Lou and I have been kicked right out of the monster seats. We're right back in the broadcast booth tonight.
I mean, the 3 home runs, Obi. You know, I know they didn't win the game, but I thought offensively they did a nice job.
Telling you. Let's toss it down. Toss it down to Jemiah Webster before the start of tonight's game.
Thank you very much, Dave. Well, Garrett Whitlock day to day now, and it's all starting to make sense because prior to Sunday he had retired each of his previous 14 inherited runners. But the key point there is he was 100% healthy. He apparently has tweaked his landing knee in his left knee, and now he has some knee soreness that he's dealing with. We currently talk with him about his availability going forward now.
I'm going to let them come up with that, obviously. You know, I'm going to give it everything I can. But yeah, it's still pretty sore.
Yeah, how much were you limited on, so, like, you know, like having, it was the left knee, right? So like so landing leg, like how much did that affect your arsenal?
Yeah, honestly, I got pretty sped up just because, like, I slipped very first warm-up pitch, and then I was like, man, that didn't feel good. And I was just like, it was kind of in my head, and then I saw the clock going, and I was like, oh, wait, they didn't stop it. I need to keep throwing. And so, yeah, like, I probably should have taken some time to be like, all right, slow things down, but, you know, that's part of it, and, you know, you're just trying to compete and everything, and, you know, I'm never going to make excuses. You know, I still gave up runs and everything, so, you know, we're just going to kind of go from there.
So he did have imaging on the knee. Everything is intact. It came back clean. The good news is he threw off flat ground today, has continued his baseball activities. Not in the bullpen, though. His availability, as mentioned, Dave, is going to be day to day from here on out.
That'd be tough to go into a series like this the rest of the way without him. Look at the Braves lineup presented by Xfinity. Acuna Jr. will lead things off. Dubon in the 2 spot. Olsen homered last night. Albies, Riley, then Michael Harris. Last 7 games on fire at .387 for the Braves.
Red Sox starting pitcher presented by BuyAToyota.com. 24-year-old Connolly Early, making his 11th start of the year. He's 4-2 with a 3.3 ERA. That whip down to 1.19. He leads with that 4-seamer. That's going to sit around 93, 94. Good changeup, sinker, CVC. More curveballs maybe second time through with this Braves team. As for the defense, for the Boston Red Sox, presented by Car Shield. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa will be at third base with Meyer and Sogard up the middle. Contreras at first. The outfield left to right will be Duran, Rafael, and Abreu with Mickey Gasper behind the plate.
Umpires tonight for Game 2 presented by M&T Bank. Behind the plate, Jordan Baker. Willie Traynor has first. Jansen Visconti at second. Alex Tassi at second. At third base. And we're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. We are in the dark, Sharon. We are in the dark. We're still in the dark. Thank you very much. Take a look at tonight's weather forecast. Just beautiful again. 84. Mostly clear. I want to be back out in the monster seats tonight.
I mean, it's a beautiful night. We got lucky. Like last night might have been the first home game where you could actually survive out there without winter jackets and hats.
Without frostbite. No, this is like summertime on full display here at Fenway. The Red Sox have struggled desperately. They're 8-18 at Fenway Park. It's the worst home record in baseball. Red Sox off to their worst home start in 94 years. Going back to 1932.
They started off 4-3 here. 4-15 since. Got to find a way to shake hands here at home.
Would be nice. Connolly early about to uncork the first pitch to Acuna Jr. stepping in at 240. Couple of home runs. And the first one on the way. Taken for ball one as we get started. Atlanta has been deadly against lefty starters. They're 17-5 against them. Although Early did throw the ball well in Atlanta earlier. And that'll be inside. Red Sox played 2 close games of the 3 in Atlanta. Another one last night. Early had no decision in a 4-3 loss there. And the 2-0.
He threw the ball real well. Kind of led with, it'd be interesting, right? Because you just saw this team a couple starts ago, and it was a lot of four-seamers, change-up sinkers, which we normally would think from him. But he didn't show many curveballs, and sometimes you got to throw a little different wrinkle at him. That's a good swing and miss pitch for him when he has it.
And he falls by 3-1 on Acuna Jr. He did not face him in Atlanta. This guy was injured at the time. Dubon on deck. And the young left-hander with a 3-1. Came in with a fastball. Now 3-2. When he faced them in Atlanta, Connolly had just gone 7 scoreless innings to beat Tampa Bay the start before. So he was in a really nice groove. 3-2 to Acuna Jr. And ball 4.
Pretty close, isn't it?
Looked it.
Well, Tracy talking about wanting this team to be more aggressive. Right on the corner. Strike 3 would have been a lot better. He's talking about they had the lowest percentage in baseball. They had the lowest attempts at ABS in baseball. And he just felt like they wanted them to be a little bit more aggressive. I know you want to right situations, but if you think it's egregious, you can rip it.
There's egregious, there's aggressive. The Red Sox have not handled ABS well. They're not that far off the median, about 48%, but that's not good. It is dead last. Been that way all season long. It's going to be inside for a ball. I just think it's the kind of thing you take care of in spring training. Your team philosophy, your mentality on challenges.
Well, like I said, the mentality was different. It was, hey, use them early, try to get used to it, see how you test yourself. But there was no strategy. It was just see if you can identify strikes.
Runner goes. Here's the throw down, too high, and diving in safely, Acuna Jr. Gasper behind the plate once again tonight. And Acuna Jr. stole that one easily.
And you go on the lefty. The first movement throws up a little bit from Mickey. Getting his second start in a row. Now to be curious, does he get 3? He's been catching Peyton Tolley. Hasn't caught Conley early or Ranger Suarez last night. Maybe Ranger was off a little bit. See how this one goes here with Conley.
2-1 to Dubon. One hopper knocked down by Marcelo, and it rolls away from him, and he has no play. Dubon just trots up the line, and he is safe. On a play that Marcelo should have made, first and second, nobody out. And will be an E6.
Yeah, this little soft line drive, he kind of tried to body this thing and hoping getting in that glove right there. If he had picked it up in that first attempt, would have had a play on it right there, but unfortunately bobbles that one and rolls away. No chance. Now Conley looking to try to get out of an inning with a dangerous part of this order.
Matt Olson homered last night, his 15th. He's driven in 44 runs already. Number 2 in the National League in home runs. Only Schwarber has hit more. He's hit 21. Mile high pop up, foul ground. Connor Falefa and the catcher Gasper. And Connor Falefa will make the play. Big out there. One down. Ozzie Albies will be next. Braves coming in a major league best record, 37-18. They're 8.5 up on Washington, 9 up on Philly. Paul Weiss in year number 1 took over a heck of a ball club.
Well, it's the best team in baseball in my mind. I mean, you look at some of these numbers, they're right there in everything. Starter ERA third. I mean, runs per game third. Home run second. Back end of this bullpen lights out.
They're generally very healthy.
Yeah, kid Baldwin's out. Drake Baldwin killed you down in Atlanta. Arguably, right now their best hitter at this point in the season. Missing him.
They're 20-8 on the road. That's the best in baseball. Last night was technically their 19th come from behind win. Also the most in the majors. Braves have played 18 series. They've won 15. First and second, one down, and no throw by Connolly.
Well, that's a veteran core. They've been together for a while now. You talk about Olsen, Albies, and Riley, Acuna. Harris is the young buck on this team, and he's his 5th year. He's kind of the same as Duran, and he's the young one. And you introduced a great young hitter in Baldwin to this group.
1-1 hammer to third. Connor Falefa starts it into second, one on to first, and then plenty of time for the double play. Connolly early finds a way, gets a big twin killing, and the Red Sox are coming up.
Want salad
and bread. So what you gonna do? You're gonna take your favorite salad and you stuff it. Yeah. Stuff it. Yeah. Stuff it.
Beautiful night. Red Sox lineup brought to you by Plymouth Rock. Jaron Duran, who homered last night to get it going. Last 7 games, Connor Falefa 7 for 13 with a home run, 5 runs batted in. Hit a blast here last night in the Red Sox defeat. The Sox taking on a right-hander in Bryce Elder, 4-2, 1.97 ERA. And Duran will take ball 1.
Braves pitcher presented by WB Mason. You mentioned a 27-year-old Bryce Elder taking his 12th start. Look at that ERA, sub-2, whip under 1, throwing the ball real well for the Braves. As for his arsenal, usually leads with that slider, although he didn't throw many against the Red Sox down in Atlanta. But the 4-seam is going to sit around 93. Sinker, cutter, changeup. Kind of uses them more of a 4-5 pitch mix versus lefties. Versus righties, it's kind of sinker slider. There's more pitches for lefties to get them out.
2-1. Hammered foul off the tarp. Elder owning the National League's number 5 earned run average. Chris Sale has the 3rd best. He pitches tomorrow. Chris at 1.89. So Atlanta comes at you in all phases of the game. Red Sox have been scoring more runs. They're still dead last in Major League Baseball in runs scored. But over the last 6 games, they've scored 7, they've scored 6, they've scored 6 again. Unfortunately, just 2 and 4 in those 6.
30 runs, 6 games. Go back a couple weeks ago, if you had that kind of offensive production, 5 a game, you would have ripped off 9 of 10 with the pitching you were getting. Now you're getting some running. Looking for that pitching to nail it down again.
Duran trying to get that batting clip up over at 200. He's at 198 right now, 7 home runs. And a drive out to right field. That one's hammered. Acuna backing up at the track will make the catch. For the second night in a row, he puts a charge into one, but this one's short for out number 1.
Check out the Braves defense. Austin Riley's going to be at third base with Kim and Albies up the middle. Olsen at first. The outfield left to right. Dubon, Harris, Acuna, and Trump doing the catching.
Cedar Rafaela, 276, 5 home runs. He followed Duran with back-to-back home runs last night in the first inning. And we'll line that one into right down for a base hit. Cedar picking on the first pitch. So a couple of good swings here against Elder right out of the gate. In front of Wilyer Abreu.
Just attacking that first pitch, as I mentioned, first go around. He really attacked with this fastball. Kind of put the slider in his pocket just a little bit. It was 4-seam sinkers into righty, so righty's coming up, just kind of looking for that fastball early on.
Well, you're hitting 287. Been getting his hits. He's been getting his singles. Not a lot of extra base hits yet. OPS at 788. As he'll lay off and take a ball, 1-1. 2 for 7 off Elder with a double. Cedar with the lead, just getting underway, first inning. Runner goes. In for a strike. The throw down, not a good one, and he's going to slide in with a stolen base. Red Sox running more frequently under Tracy, and an easy steal here by Cedar.
Well, I think you'd like to be aggressive against this team here. You know, the catchers between Trump and Leon don't really throw the ball great, so if you have opportunities, get some of your athletes on base, you want to take advantage of it.
So 1-2, and a ground ball to third, snatched up by Riley to hold the runner and got across to get him. Nice play over there at the hot corner by Riley, and 2 gone.
Nice play by Riley. I mean, this is sometimes you're at third, all you can do is you have your hands. That's all that is. There's not much you can do. You're in tight, ball's hit pretty hard, you got a short hop, can't move your feet to come get it. Throw the hands at it. Nice play by Riley.
Lou, I can't tell you how much I enjoyed your interview, you and Brooksy, with Wilson Contreras, who was pretty emotional with you guys at the top of that interview today, marking his 10th year in Major League Baseball. He said, I came to the United States from Venezuela with a backpack full of dreams, supporting my family, didn't speak any English. And he said, today is an emotional day.
Yeah, just named AL Player of the Week. Officially 10 years of service, which is a goal everybody hope to get to, you know, and it's a long time in this league, but he just kind of reminds you about some of these kids that come over, you know, young age, Venezuela, Dominican, wherever it may be, and he was talking about the weight of his family on his back, supporting his family, living a dream, of course making some money, able to give back, but he said that's the reason why he just kind of plays with that fire. He never forgets it.
0-2 inside. Originally that interview airing in Boston's entered the chat, and there's a longer version of that, and he talks about so many different things. You mentioned batting practice and what he does now in BP as he scalds this one into left field. Here comes the runner trying to score. Here's the throw home, and he is out by about 7 feet. And with 2 down, and Contreras ripped it. Red Sox have had some men cut down at home plate lately and can't score here. Welcome to Surfside. Second inning, no score after one. And Connolly early back at it here against Austin. Riley made a really fine play defensively at third moments ago. And then Harris and then Mateo. Riley 224, 8 home runs. Changeup will miss there and the count 2-0. Connolly giving up solo home runs to Baldwin and Harris, but very little else down in Atlanta. Fouled off, 2-1.
Yeah. Who's to play to end the inning here? 2 outs, base hit to left. This ball's hit 106 off the bat. The rule of thumb is usually when the left fielder or the outfielder has the ball in the glove, especially left field here. Base runners at third, you send. He was still a step away. It was an aggressive send by Epperson, but we've seen that. I mean, he's an aggressive guy. He's been sending guys, but trying to rely on that 2-out hit. He had Yoshida on deck.
Yeah, that ball is ripped. Check swing. He did not offer. 3-1.
Yeah, this park is different. Hard 106 line drive to left. They're close. You know, and we saw Dubon actually down in Atlanta. Former infielder. Good arm strength, but infielders are extremely accurate when they go to the outfield.
Ball 4. And he's a really good defender. He's a plus defender.
Yeah.
He's won 2 Gold Gloves.
But I mean, if you're an infielder, you throw to a target your whole life.
Yeah.
You have it to throw it to first. So you become extremely accurate in your throwing. So when you go out to the outfield, he's got a nice arm too. So it's you put it right in the money.
Made a good play, but it was hit so hard. If you had it to do again, you hold him. And there's Harris, 304. As you mentioned, this guy hit 6th in their lineup. He got 12 home runs. He's having a terrific season.
Yeah, really hot lately. His last 8, he's 387, but he's got 4 home runs in his last 8 games.
Mateo on deck. Riley holding, and that's a choppy swing.
I'd like to see him test the top of the zone with this guy. You know, think about last night, all the balls he hit, he went down and scooped everything, right? Breaking balls down in the zone. It was a split he hit out of the ballpark. Everything down, he was just hammering. Maybe 0-2 here, elevate. Change that eye level a little bit.
0-2 to a very hot hitter, and down he goes. 95 miles an hour to strike him out. First K in the book for Early, and for more, let's toss it down to Jemai.
Well, Obi, you'd be hard-pressed to find a left-handed rookie starter contributing for his team in the way that Connolly Early has for this year's Red Sox. He's put together a solid month of May, with the exception maybe of his first start that he made this month versus Houston. But I asked Chad Tracy about his consistent ability to throw quality, and Trace said it's the strikes. His strike throwing that's allowed him to pitch deeper into games, pitching himself right into the back half of the bullpen for the Red Sox. And another thing that he appreciates is Early knows that what the job is. He said he doesn't get phased by giving up some of those solo homers that he has. He maintains the same disposition, doesn't let those things deter him from the task at hand, and he says he's a competitor.
Just gave up his first hit. Just a blooper to right off the bat of Mateo. That puts Braves at first and second, 1 out. Ha-Seong Kim, the shortstop, just a 105 hitter. No score in the second. So he's into the bottom third of the order. Got a big double play in the first. Helmet comes flying off Kim's head. Foul, strike 1.
Love to get another one here. No, Connolly's done a fantastic job for this team, and he is a strike thrower. Just sometimes I think when he's off, it's the difference between control and command, right? And control is throwing strikes. Command is putting it where you want in the strike zone. And when he's not sharp, that's the command. He kind of misses spots.
So far tonight, 25 pitches, 13 strikes. And he's walked 2. But a ground ball right at somebody from getting out of this too. And a 1-1 from the lefty. We can't keep that helmet on his head. Kim having trouble with that. Count 1-2. I tell you, the team is starting to get hot. Very beginning of getting hot. I think Baltimore. They now lead 5-0 over Tampa Bay in the second inning. They're starting to win exciting games. Red Sox will see them very soon after this next mini road trip to Cleveland. Riley at second. Mateo on at first. Connolly looking for a second strikeout of the inning. He'll get a little fly ball into left center. Sadon covers the ground. He's there in the gap. The runners go back and 2 down. So there's one hitter away from getting out of this. Chadwick Tromp, the catcher, will be next.
Yeah, that's the difference between last year and this year, right? There are some numbers you look at if you sit there and say, you know, he's not striking guys out like he was last year, almost 37%. This year, 22. So the strikeout per 9's not there. The swing and miss isn't there. The swing and miss in the zone is way down. But he's still got a 3.3. So he's not getting swing and miss. He's not striking guys out. He's pitching to contact. And it just kind of shows you he can pitch. He knows what he's doing. Saw more swing and miss in his last outing. Season high, actually.
Tromp going after the first one, comes up empty against Kansas City. He pitched in the 7th inning, 6 1/3. 6 hits, 3 runs allowed. Jaron Duran had the big home run to the opposite field in that one, lifting the Red Sox to a late win. And in for a strike, 0-2.
Hey, look at that last outing presented by New England area Audi dealers. The whiff percentage, it was the 4-seam fastball that he got a ton of swing and miss. It was a season high swing and miss for Connolly early. Kind of came back to that, what we saw more of last year.
2 strikes on Tromp. And 3 strikes on Tromp as he gets him on that curveball. Went to that last 2 pitches and he fans him and he pitches his way out of that jam. Bottom 2, Red Sox and the Braves, 0-0. Red Sox facing the right-hander Bryce Elder tonight. They beat him here on June 1st last year, 3-1. He gave up 3 runs in 5 1/3. And again, it's Tolley and Sale tomorrow afternoon. Hope you can tune that one in. If you're not here inside the ballpark, that could be a dandy with those two. And they were actually chatting during batting practice today. The young buck and the veteran, the 1-0. Up top for a ball on Masataka Yoshida.
That'll be a fun one. Something get early Tolley back to back. A couple of young arms. Should be excited about.
Massa looks at a strike, 255, 1 home run. Batting stats presented by your local Honda dealers. Elder added a cutter this year. Fly ball straight away center field. That was on the cutter. And Harris will make the catch. 1 gone.
That's the thing with Elder. You know, lefties are hitting 135 against him. That's the 2nd lowest of all starting pitchers. So, you know, the Red Sox have, with the 2 switch hitters, 6 lefties in the game. And you know, you are at a point where you're talking 11, 12 starts, a big sample size. So we start paying attention to some of those splits, but some of these lefties, you know, like Sogard and Gasper, they're giving them good at bats. So you're sort of going with your strength as opposed to Elder's, but he's tough against lefties.
Mickey catching again today, will fly that one to left, back to the wall, and the catch will be made by Dubon. Took him all the way to the base of the monster for out number 2.
Nice play by Dubon. Kind of went back, was right up against it. There's really zero panic at all going for this ball. Like he knew he had it the whole way, right in front of that camera one.
It's already thrown a man out at home plate. Said on Rafaela. Here's Sogard. Nick at second base, 296. No home runs yet. playing regularly, as is Gasper. Kind of Falefa back in there tonight at third. And a bunt. Trying to get it by the mound. Knocked out by Elder. Now he'll flip it up the line. That's going to cost him a base. Sogard taken off and will stop at second. And it's fumbled there. He's on his way to third. Boy, the Braves really butchered that play. Nick Sogard on a bunt that didn't even get by the mound and winds up at third base.
Well, the bunt, I like 2 outs trying to get something going here. You got to get it away from the pitcher, right? Elder does you a favor. There's no reason really to barehand this ball, but he throws this ball away. I want you to watch Acuna. Wait, is he going to go for it? No, not really. Like, I mean, on that play there, you'd like to think your right fielder's going to kind of hustle to that line in case it does get thrown away. You're forcing Olsen to run down there almost towards that corner. Sogard sees that. Look, Olsen's thinking, who's back there? Nobody. I'm going to go get this ball. Acuna's still sitting around watching. Now he figures, okay, let's keep going.
And when Olsen got to it, he fumbled it. They charge 1 error at the moment. Base hit and an E1. And a runner at third, 2 down. So Meyer will try and pick him up. Marcelo 211 with 2 home runs.
Yeah, see, that's one of those you come in and Ronald, come over here for a minute. Let's have a ball. Just give me an effort, run down that line. Your momentum's coming in. He's not on third base if Acuna's there and catches the ball. He's not going to challenge that arm.
Marcelo takes a strike. He has been mired in a pretty good skid. Looking for his third RBI. He'll check his swing.
Everything just looks a little bit quick. And when you're quick, you're really susceptible to breaking balls, which he is. Get back to that fastball, stay on it, be a little late, get jammed once in a while, hit it to left.
High fly ball, but Acuna has this one measured. He's in a bit and puts it away. Red Sox do get a bit of a gift getting a runner down to third and strand him there. Top of the third inning, 0-0, Red Sox and the Braves. Connolly early back at it against Acuna Jr. He walked him, and Ronald stole second base. Eventually doubled up in the first inning. This guy has had a Pedroia-esque kind of a career for the Atlanta Braves in terms of hardware, like Dustin Pedroia. Rookie of the Year, 2018 MVP in 23, World Series ring in 21. Although he was out at that time with a torn ACL, but got the ring. And one of the best players in the game when he's completely healthy. Checked his swing and a change in there for a strike.
He's a dangerous hitter, but Conley's dodged a couple leadoff walks, both in the first and seconds, gotten out of it. Don't want to flirt with that too much.
Checked again. 3-1. 5-time All-Star at the age of 28. And if he gets on, he can still fly. 3-1 coming. It'll fill up the count. He's twice led the National League in stolen bases. 3 years ago, he stole 73.
Yeah, not to get a little downplay that. That was his 8th. He's been thrown out 4 times this year, but got to keep him healthy.
And a 3-2. Down he goes. 94 to strike him out. Third in the book for Connolly tonight.
Let's come back in that count there. That 3-1. The ball might have been a little bit off, but they got the call, but then just challenged him with this fastball. He likes this quadrant here. This little up and in area of that 4-seam fastball. That's where he gets a ton of swing and miss.
Left fielder Dubon reached on an error by Marcelo Meyer first time up. Now, one time a member of the Red Sox organization back in 2016, dealt to Milwaukee. He'll drive that one on the move. Duran to run it down. 2 up, 2 down in the third. Airing now, catch a special monster-themed Red Sox unobstructed views. With Jared Carrabis, Jonathan Papelbon, and Alana Rizzo. You can flip over on NESN Plus and streaming on NESN 360, presented by Blue Moon. TC will be up on the monster as well a little bit later. Olsen gets in 0 for 1. He's popped up.
Yeah, he and Travis Shaw dealt to Milwaukee for Tyler Thornburg. Remember him? He had some pretty good years in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Didn't really work here. Injuries.
Dropped in for a strike with a curve.
He's been traded 4 times, Dubon. Pretty good player. Useful.
Sure has been for them tonight. Made a couple of nice plays already. High fly left field line headed toward the stands. Olsen #1 in the big leagues in extra base hits. He's also first in doubles, along with the 15 home runs. Braves had a lot of weapons for you. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Cubs are out in front in Pittsburgh 3-0 in the second inning. They're trying to avoid their 11th consecutive loss. They have been Jekyll and Hyde. They've already had a 10-game winning streak this year.
You get a 10-game winning streak, 10-game losing streak. You can talk yourself into being like 500 ball over the last 20 and just being okay.
Right, we're all right.
You know, we're okay. Take a step back. We had a little bump in the road.
Feels bad right now, but we're 500 over this span. Another one flick foul. They would be in sole possession of last place in the NL Central if they lose that game to the Pirates. What a reversal of fortune for the Cubs. It's been a really interesting season in baseball. 3-2 pitch. Inside, walked him. This one comes with 2 down, but he has walked 3 men now in front of Ozzie Albies.
Yeah, that one there you don't mind as much. You know, leadoff walks usually kill you. The 2-out walks aren't fun, but you're talking about a guy that's got 15 home runs. You don't want to give in. Still got a good hitter here in Albies.
Guy loves facing lefties too. .324 career average against lefties. 2 down. Taking a strike. Starts him off with a change. Riley on deck. 0-0. Olsen with the lead. And Connolly home with a 1-1. Big swing by Albies. 1-2. This guy has not had an extra base hit in his last 19 games. So the 8 home runs came early.
He was in the middle of something real bad with us. It was like an 0 for 25. And
was.
Got a hit in that last day.
Fouled back. For you, being up in the monster season, you really enjoy it up there.
I love it up there.
What's the most fun for you up there?
I just like the view. You know, listen, this is an awesome view. We're used to it. We see it. Everything's right in front of you. But when you're up there, you just flipped around. Seeing those line drives to center. Cedon running them down. You see the infields from behind the jumps. It's just a great seat.
Yeah.
You know, you're sitting up there looking down on it.
It's a great fan seat. It's challenging to broadcast a game up there, I will tell you that. Pitch inside. He did check on a change and the count 3-2.
I will say, like, anything hit to right field, you're not sure if it's a foul ball going in a bullpen or hooked around the corner of the pesky pole.
No idea.
It's sort of like...
Absolutely no idea. And pop-ups behind home plate, forget it. It's all guesswork from way out there. 3-2 and a shot up the middle. Nice scoop here by Sogard. He fires on to first to put away Albies. And once again, early pitches around ball 4. Red Sox up in the home half of the 3rd inning against Bryce Elder in a scoreless game. We check out tonight's home run odds presented by FanDuel. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa blasted one last night. Came off the bench and went 2 for 2. And tears into this one. That is going to bounce fair down the line. Alex Tassi had a long look at that. I mean, forever before he made a call on it. Kiner-Falefa at first. I think the Red Sox are like, why not make a call a little faster? Runners trying to determine what to do there.
They're trying to figure out what they want to do here. If they want to, is he going to him and see if he wants to take a look at it? This ball looked like it hit the chalk. Maybe a little bit of it, but did it hit the fan? That did. That should be a double.
Atlanta is challenging the call of fair ball.
It looked like it hit a fan. I don't know what IKF was doing. This ball's like fair or a foul. Don't you just keep going?
He thought, given the umpire's reaction, it was a foul ball.
Well, yeah. And you round first, you can always go back. I don't know what he's looking at his hand. Something came off.
But to your point, if it's a fair ball and it's touchdown there,
I thought it looked like it hit a hand.
If it hit a hand, should be 2 bases.
First off, if it's fair, did it catch any piece of the chalk? But did a hand hit this? Right there.
Sure did.
Yeah, the little vest. Little vest guy.
2 guys hit it.
The question is, did it hit the outside part of this white? And I don't know if you can really, if that's the look they're going on. I don't see how you can reverse it, but
the Red Sox are giving this some thought too. Third base umpire.
I think you just saw Flo's hand reading lips saying challenge it if it is fair. Challenge it to hit a fan.
Sure.
We might have a double challenge.
We might wind up with a double on this.
I think it's a double. I just think as a hitter, I'll tell you what, like, you hit this ball. Ooh, I don't know if I saw any chalk. Even if you as a hitter think it's foul, you going for 2 here on this ball and let the umpire just say, hey, no, you got to come all the way back. All right. Oh, we got fingers. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, double hit.
A couple of different fans touched that. Kiner-Falefa winds up at first for the moment. Let's see what New York says on a review here.
After review, the call on the field's overturned. The ball is foul. Atlanta retains their challenge.
Oh, it's foul. All right.
Alex Tosi took some time down there, didn't he? Kind of waited for a while.
So after all that, just a foul. And the at-bat will continue for Kiner-Falefa.
Been swinging it. Last 7 for 13. 3 extra base hits. Had the homer last night. 5 RBIs in that stretch.
Nearly walked off a game on Sunday with a wall ball. She thought was gone. He said post-game last night, he said, I'm fighting for my career, fighting for my life, scrapping for every at-bat I can get. I'm getting older. My playing time's been cut. Not playing at all. sharply hit down for that Kim. And we'll get him for out number 1.
Well, he wasn't really playing all that much. Again, you're an older utility guy. You like to get some at bats. Well, obviously, there's other guys you were given opportunities to try to get them going, whether it was Story and Durbin at the time and Meyer. But when given the opportunity here in the last couple of weeks, he has been swinging. He has been earning some time. You're always thinking about playing another couple years.
Jarren Duran looking at a strike. He put a charge into his first at bat, ripped one to the warning track. Acuna caught that. So he is 0 for 1. Up the middle, through for a base hit. Couple of good swings for Jarren tonight. He's on with 1 away in the 3rd.
Yeah, he just looked better contact. Especially the last 3 or 4 games, like not really chasing the wild swings. Driving the baseball, now up to 7 home runs, and now you get his speed on the base pass and you try to get something going here. Got 10 bags, hasn't been thrown out yet.
Cedon will take one downstairs. He has a stolen base tonight after a single in the 1st inning. Red Sox 4 hits, Atlanta 1. No runs yet. And a shot into center field, base hit. Again hit hard. Durant will take the turn. A little fumble by Harris, but not far enough. Did it roll? Cedon is 2 for 2.
Again, just kind of coming at him with fastballs after that first pitch. Looked like a changeup. Stays right back up the middle of the field.
Red Sox looking for the hit to turn these into runs now. Willier is 0 for 1. He's grounded to 3rd. Sox are 12 and 14 under Chad Tracy, getting 3.4 runs per game. That is 29th out of 30 major league teams. Loss tonight would match the Red Sox longest losing skid of the year. Little flare out to left center field, dropping a nice play here by Dubon. He'll fire back into second. Not in time. He closed on that quickly. He's a really good outfielder. It's the 3rd nice play he's made tonight.
Yeah, this ball's kind of looking more towards Harris, saying I don't think he's going to get this. All of a sudden Dubon takes a really nice angle to cut this off.
Two away, and now Contreras will try and salvage something in the inning. Wilson with a base hit in the 1st. I think 290.
It's been a great year for him. Look at his 10-game hitting streak. Look at all those extra base hits. 10 RBIs. Reigning AL Player of the Week.
He told you he's only won that once before, or in the National League.
Got Elder down in Atlanta, 2-run shot. Remember in the 8th, won the Sox the game.
0-2. Back to that home run off Elder.
That was a big one. He had a couple 2-run homers here in the last week to win ball games for you. They tried to stretch Elder out in the 8th, kept him in a little bit too long, and this guy made him pay. This is it here out in Atlanta. 8th inning, down a run, got that breaking ball. Yeah, he smoked it. That was a big one.
So he's hit 11 home runs. He is on a career pace, on pace to hit 33. He's never hit more than 24. Did that with the Cubs back in 2019. 5 times he's hit 20, but he's never hit 30. He made it clear how much he's enjoyed playing at Fenway. Not maybe at this very moment after that swing.
But when you're on the plate like he is, teams are going to try to sink you in. That was a really good pitch by Elder. He fought it off, but he paid the price right off his leg.
0-2, he held up. Duran at second, Cedar Rafaela at first. Red Sox trying to get on the scoreboard in the third inning finally. Masataka would be next. And Elder with a 1-2. He ran it in. Wilson 7th in the American League in OPS at .901. He's number 8 in slugging percentage. Unfortunately, he's the only hitter on the Red Sox listed in the top 10 in offensive categories except for Wilyer Abreu, who is 10th in hits. And swung on and foul tip to the mitt and held by Trump to strike him out. So Elder gets out of that.
Top 4, 0-0, Red Sox and Braves, and back-to-back nights, guys, for Mickey Gasper behind the plate. Trace loves the at-bat, so that is what's gone into his choice for backstop the last few nights. But I talked with Mickey about his work behind the plate there, and he said that I love catching. It's a chess match back there, reading swings in every pitch. No matter what, you have to lead and carry the team, and he said he takes great pride in that. Said he's got a much higher level of comfortability now as well with Trace. He says it's nice having someone who's seen me at my best. Leads to a lot of confidence that he has in his game, whether it's on defense or in the batter's box.
All right, Jemai, thank you. Riley, the batter, in a 0-0 game in the 4th inning. Big question is he going to catch tomorrow?
Well, you like the at bat, you know. And when he was catching Tolle, it was like, well, he caught him 3 times down in AAA, so you know, he knows how he's working this year. He's caught him before.
Spins him around, 2-2.
You know, and listen, he does a nice job back there with Peyton, but he hasn't caught the others, right? So I thought Ranger last night, that was an interesting one because Ranger's a guy that doesn't like to shake. He shook last night. He just wants to catch it and go. Narvaez catches Ranger really well. He's never really caught Conley early. So now they're working together really for the first time.
3-2.
And it's a dynamic of wanting the good at bat and having a pitcher, and that communication's really important pregame about where I want to go and have a feel for it.
Totally going tomorrow against Chris Sale. Swung on a miss, struck him out. Pulled the string 83 with the changeup to get Riley.
It's a good changeup. You mentioned last time out, he kind of went with this changeup 4-seam sinker combination. We've seen a few more curveballs in this start here, but this is that good changeup that he has. I wouldn't mind seeing more of it.
Brings up Harris, who punched out his first time up. Goes after the first one. 2 hopper to Sogard. Underhand toss. 2 fast outs. Mateo will be next. Peyton Tolle tomorrow, 2-2 with a 2.45 ERA against Chris Sale. 7-3 with a 1.89 earned run average. On the original schedule, Sale was going to pitch last night. Pushed him back to game 3. 4:10 for the first pitch tomorrow. And the Red Sox will head for Cleveland and the Guardians.
My old stomping grounds. Played there a couple years. It was nice. 1 full year.
You do a lot of stomping in Cleveland? Shot into left field for a base hit. And Mateo's 2 for 2.
I don't think you do a lot of stomping in Cleveland.
No, you really don't.
No. But I enjoyed my time. Eric Wedge was the manager. It's a good group. Buddy Bell, bench coach. It's a good group.
Did you call Eric Wedge? Did you call him Wedgie?
Forever. I knew him before.
Any chance you got?
He was my manager. And then that year, he's like, why don't you come on over? I'm like, I'm in.
Hassan Kim 0 for 1. He's flied to center. 0-0 game here in the 4th. And Mateo, who can really fly over there first. See what he's up to against the left-hander, though. Gasper behind the plate tonight. Now Kim, a plus defender, but only hitting 103. 2 down and 1 aboard at first, and that's going to be down low and dug out by Casper.
Got 4 for 39 on the year. But you know, when you got an infield of Olsen, Albies, and Riley, all you want your shortstop to do is pick it. I mean, you'd love to get some offense, but you can live with it. Hit him 9th.
Batting out of the 8-hole tonight. And will fly that one pretty well toward the triangle, but St. has room out there on the back pedal. He's got it to retire the side. No runs a hit, 1 left. Standing.
1-2. We are up on the monster. Tom Karen with you here. Eliza Dushku-Palangin, Tom Warner, Becca Salwasser. We are here talking about the Run to Home Base that's coming up. 17th annual Run to Home Base. And Eliza, you have been an incredible advocate for this program. But this year, you're putting your money where your sneakers are. You're running in this thing.
This is my first year. I'm going to do my best. I'll tell you that. But yeah, I'm super excited. I've been working at home base for the last 1.5 years, and military and my family, just really excited to come out and show support and be with the community and join the club, join the team.
Tom, watching this grow, what it is today compared to what it was when you started, how proud are you of the men and women who have advanced this mission to what it is?
Well, I think, as I've always said, it's one thing to have a dream, but home base really executes it. And it has had an enormous impact, not just in the community, but throughout the country. And the novel programs and the lives that it's saved are incredible. And Eliza can talk a little bit, because she's a mental health counselor, that she has one-on-one therapies with these patients, and she's really saving lives.
Eliza, how did it become so personal for you?
Again, I grew up with Army and Navy in my family, and so I do a little bit about both the honor and the sacrifice that service members and their families, experience. And then in my counseling training, I had the opportunity to work at home base, the privilege, and really, the reality is we have so many veterans that suffer in oftentimes silence and with treatable mental health challenges, and we're really facing a mental health crisis where over 150,000 veterans have died by suicide since 9/11. It's unacceptable. Like, we need to continue advancing research, advancing opportunities and resources, and home base just offers best in class, world class. We work with Mass General Hospital. All of the care is free, and so we're really fortunate to have the opportunity through fundraising opportunities like the Run to Home Base to continue that work and support not just the veterans, the active duty military, families of the fallen. It's really an incredible organization.
Tom, the event itself is so special. We talk about it every year. Yeah, I know. I the MC, and in spite of that, it's a great event. But every year we talk about how powerful the spirit is. The men and women who come together on that day, it really is special.
Well, as you said, this is like the 17th year. We've raised almost $50 million. So we're grateful to everybody who runs. We're grateful to Red Sox Nation. And it is such a special day. These people run. They start at home plate. They run around Boston. They have a good time. And the number of people that come out to support the runners, the veterans that come out, we know that this is part of a bigger issue. But I think we're really making a dent in solving this problem.
No doubt about that. Becca, how can people get involved?
Of course, always runtohomebase.org is the website. You can sign up. We're still looking for folks to run or walk. It's not a race. And so go to runtohomebase.org. As Tom mentioned, $50 million raised, but also 50,000 veterans and their families have been saved since 2009. And so just staggering numbers. And I think the run, as you know, is a great day to just celebrate the work of home base, but also recognize, as Eliza said, there's so much more work to do. So please go to runtohomebase.org, learn more, sign up, and support home base.
It is one of the most powerful days of the year here at Fenway. July 25th, Saturday. You can run, you can walk. There's a rumor some people will be strolling.
Skip. Bring your families, bring your friends. Just
crawl if you're like me at the end of it. We'll get there.
Cross home plate at Fenway Park, which is like the coolest thing ever.
It's amazing. Thank you all for joining us up here on Monster Week.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back up to you.
All right, TC, thank you very much. Red Sox with runners at first and second, nobody out. In a 0-0 game, and Sogard, who singled his first time up, just tried to put down a bunt. He'll square again. He gets this one down at third. Riley up and over and gets him at first base, but that'll advance Yoshida down to third. Gasper into second on sacrifice.
Yeah, nice job there getting a better pitch. Right, the first time wanting to bunt up over the head, but this one here gets the pitch down a little bit. Really puts it where you want to put it. You got to force this third baseman to field this baseball. Therefore, there will be no play at third, and you get the job done.
And Meyer will step in. Marcelo 0 for 1. He's flied to right. Infield coming in for Atlanta. One man away.
And Marcelo trying to find a good pitch to hit. Stay in the middle of the field. He's now 6 for his last 50.
Ground ball to first and misplayed by Olsen. A run is in. Masataka will score. Rumbling into third, Mickey Gasper. Meyer hit it right at Olsen. Braves have played some very shoddy defense tonight. And the Sox are on the board 1-0.
Yeah, this looks like it was that little cutter that got in on his hands. Just an in-between hop that Olsen, a very good first baseman, unable to come up with it. It's going to score. Yoshida. Mickey getting over to third base. Yeah, it hasn't been sharp here from the Braves at all. Elder's given up 6 hits, a couple of walks. You'd like to have more than one on the board. Hope we can take care of it right here with IKF.
Error on the first baseman, just his third of the year. Connor Falefa 0 for 1. He's grounded out to short. First and third, and one away, 1-0.
A little safety squeeze look to it. Mickey's down there on first, but Olsen was charging really hard. Still a tough play to defend.
Swing it away, and he rips a line drive base hit into left. Another run scores. Gasper touching home plate. Kind of Falefa swinging it. Red Sox lead it 2-0.
Izzy's seeing the ball well. Getting most of those opportunities. He smoked the ball to short his first at bat as well. This one here, a little breaking ball, but he stays back. Gets underneath it. Gets this ball on the line drive. That's beautiful. It's going to get Mickey in. A little 2-0 cushion.
Connor Falefa's 10th RBI. Had 3 last night.
Yeah, he's got 6 in his last 8 on that 9-hole.
Jeremy Hefner, the pitching coach, heading back to the dugout. First and second, top of the order in Duran. Jaron has really swung the bat well tonight. He has a base hit, and he's also flied to the warning track. Both hit very hard against Elder. Opened up the ball game last night with a home run. 2 on and 1 away. He'll take ball 1. Cedar Rafaela 2 for 2 tonight. He's up next. A shattered bat, blooper over short. That dunks down for a hit. Meyer will be held at third, and the bases are going to be loaded.
He held them. He had to, because Marcelo really took a lot of time to kind of make sure this ball got down. And with that broken bat, it's kind of a tough read, right? The bat's flying everywhere. Thing shattered in half. You don't see those too often anymore. And once he realizes it, just leaves the bases loaded here for Cedar.
Who's perfect. A base hit in the first, a base hit in the third. 2 for 2. Sox have 8 hits.
Yeah, Elder not sharp. Sox doing a really nice job after a nice adjustment after facing him the last time out. I don't know how he wants to attack. He's been really good at bats, good contact.
Man at every base. That's ripped into left field. In to score Meyer. Here comes Connor Falefa. The throw home. He slides. He's going to get in. And the runners move up as it gets away. Duran into third. Cedar with his 3rd hit. 4-0 Boston. Rafaela 3 for 3. Hit that one right on the screws.
Not waiting around again. Beautiful little sinker in this time. He is just locked in. It's just a short, simple swing. He's more selective, making really good decisions. And another test here. This one works out. The ball kind of gets by him. Look like he might have got in there anyway. Hey, Dubon is impressive. Like that ball, he should have scored easily. He got to it, stopped, and made it perfect. Like a good throw into home.
They will charge an error on a catcher, Tromp, on that play after the base hit by Cedar Rafaela. So it's 3 errors by Atlanta tonight. While Weiss going to bring Dodd into the game. Red Sox with a slew of base hits. They have 9 hits in the game. And not done yet. They chase the starter Elder here in the 4th inning, and we'll have more from Fenway in just a moment.
Tune in tomorrow at 3:30 for the Red Sox Game Day Live. It's presented by Plymouth Rock. TC, Will, and Rich preview the pitching matchup between Chris Sale and Peyton Tolley. Only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360.
Left-hander Dylan Dodd into the fray. The 6'2 southpaw take on Wilyer Bray, who likes to face lefties. First and third, one gone. Red Sox 9 hits, all of them singles. And 4 runs up there. As Wilyer takes the ball, he's gone 0 for 2 tonight.
Well, you bring the lefty in to face Wilyer Bray, who's hitting 400 off lefties and coming into this game 239 against righties. Bryce Elder, shortest start of the year. And she came into this one with a 1.97 ERA. Sox jumped all over him. They learned a little bit from that last outing. It's nice to see them adjust. Have a good game plan against him.
Already have beaten him here once in his career last June. Fouled away in a massive cut on the sinker. Meanwhile, the Atlanta Braves have been in a generous mood. They have committed 3 errors. It's their first game committing this many errors since July of 24.
Opportunities early too. You got 9 hits though to go with that.
And Dodd home of the 1-2. Contreras on deck. Bounced it. Taken off for first base. Second base is Cedar Rafaela. He will safely get into scoring position on a wild pitch.
It's a nice jump. The minute this ball hits the dirt, you can see Cedar take off. If this ball goes in the dirt, he's gone. Like right away. Great jump. Even if that ball doesn't get that far away, he's going to get second base. Stay out of this double play. Now the infield's it.
Everybody in tight for Atlanta on the infield, the 2-2. And popped up along the third base line. Riley giving chase over to the netting. Can't get to it. Now the inning began with a base hit by Masataka Yoshida, then a walk, a sac bunt. It was a key error, another hit, another single, a couple more errors in there. And the Red Sox have a 4-0 lead. Trying to snap a 4-game skid tonight. So it's Rafaela at second and Duran leading from third, and a 2-2. Line drive, base hit. Another run is in. Cedar coming around as well. He will score. That gets 2. Wilyer Bray with RBIs 21 and 22 to make it 6-0 Sox.
You love seeing a lefty or what? Just simplifies, shortens up that stroke against lefties. Hitting over 400 now. Drives in 2 more. RBIs 21 and 22. Just stays on. This ball is hit hard up the middle. Again, Cedar, great jump at third base. A little look back, but still enough speed to score rather easily. Those are big 2 runs. You know, 4-0 against this lineup. You keep it close. 6-0 is a different game.
Keep going. Swing and a miss by Wilson. Contreras extended his hitting streak to 10 in a row with a base hit in first. All of those runs charged to the starter Elder. Came into the game with a 1.97 ERA. It's up to 2.63.
Hadn't give up more than 3 earned runs in any starts this year. It's 11 of them. Jumped all over.
A lot of good at bats tonight. Red Sox with 10 hits, hit a lot of balls hard. Even some of the outs have been hit right on the money. Only one away. Contreras just named the American League Player of the Week. Runner goes, and it's going to be underneath the catcher Tromp, and Abreu will pick up 90 feet. Everything going the Red Sox way so far tonight.
And when you're up 6-0, it's a good time to be aggressive. He's taking off on this pitch again. You're up 6-0, 2-0 count to your guy. Good time to take off.
1-2 and popped up, but back out of play. Six runs on 10 hits for the Red Sox.
4th inning. Well, that's definitely come alive here lately.
As mentioned, in the previous 6 games, the Red Sox have scored 6 or more 3 times. They've done it again tonight. And a 1-2. Pesky at bat by Contreras. You and Will Middlebrooks talked to him before the game interview that if you're a baseball fan, you're going to learn something from that, I think, and his approach and what he's looking for, how he prepares for every game. He said he's totally prepared when he gets to the ballpark. He's already looked at a lot of video, and so float that one foul out of play.
Yeah, that's the one thing I took away. A lot of times, old school, there's more video now, but you come to the park, you see who, who's throwing. You go right to the video, you see what they got, maybe what they've done to you in the past. These guys now with the iPads, you wake up in the morning and you watch. You already know. You're like, okay, this is what I want to do. Then you come in and you start your day. You start your routine.
Hit .458, couple of home runs last week. Runner goes, swinging a high fly down the line, but foul. Red Sox pushing it. Abreu was running, and he got Tromp on that follow through, and the trainer's going to have to come out.
He went up and got it. Ooh, right on that shoulder. Abreu's stealing, right? So he's trying to stand up to make this throw. We got some injuries in that dish. We mentioned Baldwin, who's out. Murphy, he's been out too. He came back for about a week, and then he broke a finger, I believe. So then down to 3 and 4. That's why they brought Sandy Leone in.
And Tromp will try to hang in here with one down. A long at bat for Contreras. 9th pitch of the at bat is next. Red Sox have put together 4 consecutive hits. 2-2.
He's going well and swinging. He's right in the dish. There's nowhere to go. He fights off the one down and in. They're trying to cut that little slider down and get him to chase it, but
2-2 on the way. Fouled back upstairs again. That went into the booth next door. It's into the Braves TV booth.
CJ Nikowski, look at this. That's a nice catch. Former pitcher. They're athletes.
which they never fail to mention. Play on the throw. Abreu back in safely.
That's the move from the catcher. You see the catcher drop his glove. That spin and throw. Look like Albie's a little late getting there.
2-2 to Contreras. He pushes it full. So really fine at bat. You were talking to him about your 16-year-old son coming to the ballpark. You say watch batting practice, and guys oftentimes start out by hitting the ball to right. He said he really doesn't do that anymore. He used to. A lot of guys still do. Swing and pop this one up sky high in the infield. And in on that Kim. I was talking about, I don't want to develop certain habits. And if I do hit it to right, it's because I'm late.
Yeah. Listen, everybody's different. That's the beauty of this league. A lot of guys will take. I always talk about you go to big league BP. First round, usually opposite field, one hoppers to second. Then next round, drive the ball the other way just to kind of feel your swing, get it through the zone, and then you move it around. Right, middle of the field. The last round, you try to launch. He just kind of stays middle of the field. Early rounds. Everyone's a little different.
Yeah, he says there's been a process over his life. The 12-pitch at bat as he popped it up. And now the man who started this rally. Red Sox have scored 6 runs here in the 4th inning. And it began with Masataka Yoshida's base hit. It's that one right to Albies on the backhand. He's got it to retire the side. Red Sox get 6, and they're on top 6-zip.
Tomorrow, the Red Sox face Chris Sale in the series finale against the Braves. Tune in for pregame at 3 p.m. and first pitch at 4 p.m. only on NESN and streaming on the NESN 360 app as we welcome you back here to Fenway. Red Sox now on top 6-0, and it's because Atlanta pushed Chris Sale that he has a showdown with Peyton Tolley. But the two, as you mentioned, Obi, they met during batting practice today, and I talked with Peyton about that meeting just before first pitch today, and he said it was the first time that they had ever met. And as a big leaguer himself now, he says he tries not to be a fan, but that's Chris Sale, and he loves the way he's going about approaching the game, so he wanted to meet him. Told me that everything he's heard about how great a guy Sale is was true. He said they had a great chat, and in the end, Sale even told him, hey, good luck tomorrow.
That sounds like Chris. 1-2 the count on Trop. They can look each other in the eye now. They're both 6'6".
Yeah, like Rich Hill said the other day, it's like, I don't have to face you. So Rich, you could say good luck to him, right? They don't have to face each other.
1-2 on the way to Trop, who whiffed his first time up. He'll fly that one toward right. And Abreu in for the first out. Red Sox ahead 6-0.
But it is funny seeing those two standing next to each other. Like Peyton Tolley is a massive human being, and he looks at Chris Sale, and he's like, you throw just as hard as I do. Yeah, I got 100 pounds on you.
Dude, which one of us are playing center? That's pretty cool. I didn't realize it was the first time they had met here earlier today. Acuna Jr. has walked and struck out 0 for 1.
That's one of those, we were just down there, whatever it was, a week ago. And Chris was around a lot, talking to a lot of the guys and near the dugout a lot. But you leave town and you're like, if you're Tolley, you're like, God, I didn't go up and say hi to him. I'll make sure I do it when I get back to Fenway, right? So the opportunity to do it today.
Got to be a guy he's idolized, right?
Sure.
1-1. High pop up, foul out of play. Red Sox with a big inning as they put up 6 on a run of base hits, and A handful of mistakes by Atlanta, but again, the Red Sox putting the ball in play and hitting it hard. Helicopter floating overhead. And a 1-2. Chopped over the hill. Sogard charges, gloves, fires in plenty of time. Nick's a good defender.
Yeah, good player. Coming in on this. Gets that hop before that short hop. Good strong throw. The play up the middle, back in up the middle early in the game was a really nice one. Just comfortable up the middle.
Mauricio Dubon has reached on an error, and he's also lined to left. They'll fly that one to center. Dead away. There's Cedon backing up, and room on the track to make the catch. That's a 9-pitch inning for Connolly. Early gets him 1-2-3.
I'd say, yeah, he's probably a little bit older.
Yeah.
Inning 5 powered by Salem 5 Bank. Back at Fenway, Red Sox with a 6-0 lead here against Atlanta. One of our favorite guys to have in the booth. Keith Foulke, Red Sox world champion, great closer. The Red Sox broke the curse. Carrasco coming on to take on the Sox here as we move on to the last half of the 5th inning. And Foulke, great to see you, man.
Great to be here. I always love the invite when I get to come up here and talk a little baseball with you guys.
We were up on the monster seats last night, and I wonder if you've spent any time out there.
A lot of time.
A lot of time.
One of the best seats in all of sports, really. I love being up there. Such an interesting perspective.
It is. It's great. We have a great time up there too. This one hit wickedly deep right field. Acuna Jr. leaping up, and he will make the play. Red Sox have had some cuts here. Gasper with a wicked drive out to right for out number 1.
So I asked Rich Hill this the other day, like pitching here, on the other team or even for the Red Sox, that wall affect you at all? Did it play in anything you liked? I know you had that changeup.
Fortunately, I came up in an era where, I talked to a lot of hitters. And one thing I learned early is you can't pitch away from the monster. You actually had to pitch in to stay away from the monster because guys just want to go out and hook the ball. So the good thing for me is I love to pitch to the big part of the ballpark, and you get out there in left center to right center. That's a big ballpark, so I wanted a lot of outs in that part of the yard.
Yeah, 231 feet across that wall out there. So the first time you came into this ballpark, as Sogard taps this one to second, and you got to look at it, in the very first time, what went through your head?
It was I don't even know how to describe it really, because it was pretty early in my career. I came up with San Francisco, terrible ballpark. Chicago, the White Sox, that was a beautiful ballpark, but when you come here, it's so different than anywhere you've ever been. Obviously it's a long time ago, but it's been around for so long, but it's a unique experience, and the fans were completely, they were off the hook.
They're on top of you.
It was one of those things. I came here as to play because of the time I enjoyed as a visiting player.
Yeah. Well, we hear that all the time, right? You're here, you're wearing a different uniform, but you can't help but be captivated by the enthusiasm and the passion of fans. And of course, this predated the Red Sox winning the first championship as well.
Yeah, because I came here as a White Sox player, in the early or late 90s, where we were 25 games out. Yeah. You come here and you hear, it's a playoff atmosphere every night. There was at least 10 Yankee sucks chants every night.
Right.
You're like, God, this is, I'm in Chicago playing in front of 8,500 people. It's like, this is what the big leagues are like, and it's just a completely different lifestyle, and I fell in love with it and loved every trip here.
Yeah, you look around. I mean, rough as this season has been, it's been incredibly rough on everybody. But the Red Sox, 22-31. Even last night out in the monster seats, the crowd was terrific, and a nice play moving out Albies for out number 3. More with Foulke when we come back. 6-0, Sox in the lead. Red Sox had 6-0 moving on to the 6th inning. You think about all the key guys the Red Sox needed to have at the top of their game in 04 when they broke the curse. And right near the very top of the list is certainly Keith Foulke and what he did closing out games down the stretch and in the postseason. But I know you guys want to talk about something else.
What's that?
You want to talk about fantasy. You want to talk about fantasy.
I don't want to talk about it because
January baseball.
Because Keith Folk and Brian Rose beat my team. Yeah, beating me and Jeff Fry in the finals under the lights on a Friday night, and I wasn't happy about it.
Okay.
And I went home. The whole flight, I was thinking about trying to rerun the game, like what I could have done differently. Just wasn't working.
You ran into a buzzsaw.
We did. They had a guy in the mound that was throwing like 97.
We won that draft on Monday. We won that championship on Monday when we drafted. Everybody overlooked our team. We were the last pick, and we still come out to win that ball game.
Olsen will drive that one to the triangle, but a casual catch made by Cedon for out number 1.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I knew we were in trouble when our 1-2-3 struck out the side in the first. I was like, Frito, this is going to be a long game. Let's just try to stay close. Win it late.
Just keep that cooler closed, buddy.
No, we have a blast. It's a good time.
Now, the Red Sox fantasy camp is it's topped by nobody. It's a great time. Great 3 weeks for some of us.
People rave about it. Why is it so much fun?
You get beautiful pros like us who know the game, who can teach you. But, really, it's become such a family. I've been doing it for probably 13, 14, 15 years now, and it's such a family. The pros, like, we have that camaraderie, but we share it. We're not too big for the for the people who pay to do it, and we just have a great time. It's a big family, and it's just fun time going out there and watching these I don't want to call them old men, but these veterans.
I think you can
play the game.
They put the uniform on. We go out. We play a couple games a day, right? Folky's there with me, and Embry will be there. Timlin, Trot Nixon, Brian Dahlbuck, Billy Miller, Mirabelli. Like, it's just, we have just as much fun. Every night there's events. We're always there with everybody. It's a good time.
And are all of you guys, you're all playing? You're actively playing in these games?
Oh, we're coaching.
We coach. Right. On Saturday, we play them.
Yeah. You get in a little bit?
Get in a little bit. Few inning game.
And I am going to throw out Sweet Lou. Oh, my. Him being a shortstop, he hasn't lost a whole lot. I saw him play 25 years ago. He might be better now. I'm not going to.
But here's the problem. Last year was the first time I fielded a ground ball, tweaked my hammy while doing it. And I was like, okay, boys, I think I'm good. Getting older.
We'll see you in 51 weeks.
But the skill set remains. That's amazing.
Still smooth as can be.
I'm just happy I can actually pick up a ball and throw one.
Yeah. Riley will take a strike, runner at first. Keith Folk joining us in the booth, all part of Monster Week here. Red Sox celebrating it tonight with a 6-0 lead. And Riley with a walk. He's also struck out tonight. And Connolly early, the 1-1 pitch from the left-hander. He's been given a nice hefty lead this evening. When you'd enter games and you had a big lead, now of course when you're closing games, not the case, but at various points in your career, you got a 6-0 lead, an 8-0 lead. How much did it change your mentality at all?
Yeah, especially when you come in, with some kind of substantial lead, right? I always chose to put my personal numbers aside. I wanted to get outs, so I'm gonna come in here pumping a lot of fastballs. I'm not gonna walk somebody. I would occasionally, if I came in with a 10-run lead, I'd give up 3 or 4, but I'll tell you what, it's going to happen quick.
It happens fast,
right?
Yeah.
I would sacrifice the personal numbers. I'm going to try and get my outs as fast as I possibly can, and try and get this thing over with.
Can't tell you how many times this season we look up, we see that 0-4. Tend to be doing it a lot more this season in the early going, I'll tell you that, looking at those championship banners. But you think back to that breaking of the curse, you think of what that meant, not only in New England, Boston, but all over the world of Red Sox fans. I know they still come up to you in droves and say thank you all the time.
All the time. And it surprises me. And, but it's still one of those things after all these years, it's like nothing puts a smile on my face bigger than out of the blue somebody reminds me as, and like it makes me emotional, We worked hard for that moment.
Well, I
really did.
Yeah. This is special teams here. Obviously 18 was a juggernaut here, but that 0-4 team, like my last year was 0-3. It wasn't just about winning on the field. There was a lot of stuff going on, right? The pressures. Like I remember in 0-3, a couple times you sit there and say, maybe we are cursed, right? Like it was a player. So you weren't just dealing with the Yankees, and you had a ton of talent. The team was a juggernaut. But there was a lot of stuff you mentally had to go through. Mature players, kind of older veteran guys that knew how to get through it.
Yeah, and there's the pressures that you deal with on the field, But when you're in this city and this fan base, you don't escape it at home. It's everywhere. Everywhere you go.
Isn't that true of all of us, I think. Folky, great to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Always in the light, my friend. You're the best.
Yeah. Folky,
all right, buddy.
Gonna beat you next year.
no chance, man.
Moving on to the last half of the 6th inning, 6-0 Red Sox. They got all of those in the 4th tonight. Jarren Duran with a pair of hits this evening. His batting average has now gone north of 200 at 205. Picked up 7 points on the average this evening. And he's going to line that to right field. And Acuna Jr. is going to pick that up on a skip. And so that is going to be his 3rd hit tonight.
Yeah, really looking more like himself, you know, and been in that leadoff spot for a while. It was a tough go early on, but you just sat there and said, you know, you look at this lineup, and even though he's not swinging it, if they're going to turn around, he has to. He has to start. You know, he's just the leader on this team, ignites the offense. And the last couple of weeks, really this month, you've been seeing a different Jarren Duran.
Well, 3 for 4 tonight. Cedon is 3 for 3. So 6 hits by the 1 and 2 hitters combined for the Sox tonight. 12 base hits. Again, all singles. Cedon hitting .288 with 5 home runs. Six runs, 12 hits, an error for the Red Sox. Nothing across on 3 hits, 3 errors for Atlanta. And cracked into center field straight away. Harris backing up right to the wall to make the play. Cedon making his first out this evening. A change your lettuce, change your life with Tom Caron's hair doctor, Dr. Matthew Lepresti. Free consultations at 1-800-GET-HAIR. Leo Abreu drove in a pair of runs in that 6-run 4th with a base hit. .288, 6 homers for him. How about the Seattle Mariners? They have quietly recovered from a poor start, and they swept the Athletics today. Shot the other way, moving back to Bond, leaping up. He makes another fine play.
Wow.
Racing back into first. Jarren Duran will not be doubled off. This guy's putting on a show in the outfield tonight.
He sure is. Willier can't even believe it. Looking at him, not happy. He's pointing to his glove. Of course, he did win a Gold Glove. Utility guy. How about this grab? He really is covering some ground, making beautiful catches, real comfortable with that wall, accurate throws. Oh, Willier's done that to a few guys.
Yes. More than. Acuna made a terrific play too on a Gasper ball earlier. Great play in right. Contreras has gone 1 for 3 with a base hit. Game 3 tomorrow afternoon, 4:10. Looking forward to this one. Peyton Tolle and Chris Sale head to head. Peyton a 2.45 ERA, Sale a 1.89 ERA.
Well, Elder came in with a 1.97. He put 6 on him. Maybe they can do a little something to Chris Sale. I watch him throw a couple of starts, and it's the same guy. It's 98 up and in, a nasty slider. It's like he's turned the clock back about 6 years.
Yeah, it's still filthy. And in there for strike 3 with a changeup to retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left. Top 7, and the Red Sox with a 6-0 lead on Atlanta behind Connolly early, who was allowed only 3 hits.
Check out his usage here tonight. Four-seam changeup's been really good for him. The curveball as well. A little less sinkers here today than his last outing. Kind of gone away from it since the first time through the order. Been living with that pitch right there. Four-seam fastball. And velocity is held throughout. Well, 93, 94 throughout this game. First couple here, maybe 91. So we'll see what it looks like this inning.
Jorge Mateo with a pair of singles, 2 for 2. In play to third, backing up Connor Falefa. Got to get it there in a hurry with that guy, and he did. And that's the first out in the 7th. I was reading today that Fernando Tatis Jr., slugger for the San Diego Padres, has not hit a home run this year.
How about that? None.
53 games?
Yeah. Big man, powerful, big swing. No home runs.
I mean, it's a guy who's hit 40 before. As Kim takes a strike, and tonight taking on Christopher Sanchez and the Phillies.
Probably going to be another game without one.
Could very well be.
That guy's filthy.
Shot foul. And 0-2 on Kim. He's fly to center field 2 times tonight. Yankees have a 2-0 lead on Kansas City during the 4th inning. Baltimore beating up on Tampa Bay 7th inning 9-1. Swing and a miss. All sorts of changeups to get him and strike out Kim. 2 fast outs in the 7th. 92 pitches for the young lefty.
This changeup's not really close in the zone, but he gets the free swing at Kim. Nice job by Mickey, just keeping that glove big and just blocking it, not trying to just catch it. Just keep that thing big. We've seen all the Red Sox catchers do that.
Chadwick Tromp, the catcher, has fanned and flied to right 0 for 2.
Gonna finish off this 7th. Career high, did it against Tampa, 7 scoreless.
Line drive, trying to close on that Abreu. The dive, can't get it. It rolls behind, set on Rafaela. Trump taking off for second. Here's the throw there, the tag down, he's safe. Trump gets in. And into scoring position. And no challenge by the Sox.
You know, 2 outs. This is a good bid here from Abreu, just because of where this ball is, because Rafael is right behind him. The problem is it just hits that glove and goes away from Cedon to allow Trump to get in there. But you give it a bid. If you miss it, you know your guy's right there behind you. You can get the ball in. It just goes off his glove and gets away from Cedon.
Double all the way for Trump, and here's Acuna. He has gone 0 for 2 with a walk. Right-hander Watson is going to start loosening. 94 pitches for Connolly. Trying to get through 7 and maintain the shutout. The 0-1 by him.
He wants to finish this himself.
Acuna out of Venezuela, the oldest of 4 sons. His dad played pro ball in Venezuela. 2 brothers play in the Cleveland and White Sox organizations too. Fouled back upstairs.
This next pitch by Conley will be 97. That'll be a season high for him.
Trying to put away Acuna. And a shot to right. Abreu's there, though, backing up to make the play. Side retired. Nothing comes of the double. Connolly early through 7. Connolly early taking on one of the best offenses, maybe the best in all of baseball. 7 strong, 4 hits. He fanned 7.
It was fantastic. I mean, this lineup we mentioned is one of the best in the game, and he was able to go 7, only 4 hits, get that ERA down to a 2.95. Now 11 starts into the year. Impressive.
Sox batting here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Masataka Yoshida.
Challenging the pitch.
And a challenge here.
Toss confirmed. Atlanta's down to 1.
So that costs Atlanta a challenge. It's the 5th time, by the way, that Connolly has gone at least 6 innings, 7 innings tonight, obviously, but every time he's gone at least 6, the Red Sox have won the game.
That other 7 scoreless against Tampa, another team. 2 of the best teams in baseball, he's gone 7 scoreless against.
Cross for strike, 2-1. Red Sox got all the runs in the game in the last half of the 4th inning, all 6. Scalded but foul. Yoshida, one of many for the Sox tonight who've had really good cuts. His base hit, and he also lined out to the second baseman. Sharing something there with tomorrow's starter, Peyton Tolley. And a 2-2. That'll be knocked foul as he hangs in.
They talking to Peyton the other day, just like he had said, it's the first time in his career he's kind of faced a team for a second time. I don't know how much it changes, because he's going to just attack you with power fastball, a little sinker, cutter. See that curveball a little bit, but
another one lined hard to left field and caught by Dubon. Good cuts tonight from Massa. Take a little All-State good hands replay.
This one here was an amazing catch by Acuna. Robin Gasper of a double. Look at it, goes back, outreached, maybe jumped a little early, but still on the way down, able to just get enough and catch this ball. That's a beautiful catch by Acuna.
So Gasper denied an extra base hit there. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. He did reach in that 4th inning, took ball 4 and came in to score.
He's wild. 12 hits, all singles. Couple walks, 1 walk.
Couple of hits taken away though because of the Atlanta outfielders.
Yeah,
there would have been extra bases. But yeah, they've out hit the Braves 12-4. Two and 1. Red Sox trying to pick up what would be just their 9th home win of the year. That would draw them even in this series. Up the middle, base hit. There's another single. Number 13 for the Red Sox tonight.
Mick just keeps checking in. 1 for 3 now with a walk. Let's give you quality at bats, and you going into this game talking about he's never caught Conley early before. Well, looked pretty good in my end. Got the kid 7 scoreless, 4 hits. Now the question is, does he catch Toll? He's been catching in the last 2 or 3 outings. 3 straight.
Why not?
Well, it's one thing we've seen since Chad Tracy's been here. This is pretty much merit based. You give me good at bats, and you can't keep Gasper out of this line. Now all of a sudden it's IKF. He's been hot. It's been Nick Sogard.
Nick with a hit tonight. Also put down a sac bunt, part of that uprising in the 4th inning. Hit 310. Kind of Falefa, a couple of hits tonight again.
You kind of are at that point in the season. You know, early in the year, you come into the season, you got Story at short, you got Durbin at third. You're like, hey, listen, just because you had a bad couple of weeks, I'm not going to sit you on the bench. So you got to kind of try to play through it, try to get these guys hot, like you're seeing kind of with Duran. But then other guys come up, injuries, opportunities.
To the right side, Albies up and over, and that's it for the Red Sox without number 2. 6-13-1 tonight for the Sox. Nothing across, 4 hits and 3 errors for Atlanta. With Gasper moving on down to second. Now we'll bring up Marcelo Meyer. Marcelo belting a base hit his last time up. Duran has 3 hits. Rafaela has 3. Connor Falefa with a multi-hit game as well. And now Marcelo trying to join him. And the 0-1 pitch from the right-hander. That's cranked into the outfield for another single. Gasper rounding third. He is in to score. Sox keep on singling and keep on scoring. 7-0.
Well, that had to feel good if you're Marcelo. That was a changeup. Off-speed pitches this year. And that Bassett ended with an off-speed changeup split. He was 2 for 36. That's a 56 average. So to see it, recognize he went after the first changeup. This one he saw it was up a little bit more, stayed up the middle, which is a very important part of this. Hit the ball hard. It's good to see.
Kind of Falefa will pop this one back upstairs.
I think Middlebrooks caught that one.
No, he didn't.
I think we're 2 for 2 up here.
Did he?
Back-to-back booths over to our right.
Gonna need some confirmation on that one. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's been waiting for that for years, hasn't he? I think he got it.
He has it. We don't know if he caught it. He's claiming he did.
He knows right where the camera is, though. Huh? Look at him. He's staring right at home.
Checks where he went. 1-2. I don't know. I don't know. Give us a high mom. Did go in the booth. We know that for sure. Big swing and a miss and a changeup for strike 3. Red Sox tack on another. Lucky number 7. Tonight at Fenway, we celebrate Jewish heritage, recognizing the rich culture, traditions, and history of the Jewish community. Fans who purchased through special offers also received an exclusive Hebrew Red Sox jersey. On a gorgeous night here at Fenway, Red Sox with a 7-0 lead over Atlanta. And time now for the Ford employee pricing call to the bullpen. Ryan Watson inheriting 7-0 as we go to the 8th.
That was a big run. You know, when the Red Sox score exactly 6 runs, they're 0-5.
Now that's another weird stat.
Yeah, some weird stats. So we had to get off that 6.
Been like that all season, just bizarre stats. He looked to check and he did. Dubon hitless tonight. Now we have had it confirmed that the foul ball back to the radio booth was a clean catch by one Will Middlebrooks. It's floated into the outfield, down for a base hit by Dubon, so he's on to start the 8th inning. So Brooksy made the play, and that means Atlanta television and Sox radio have made plays tonight.
I almost feel like I don't want anything to come in here. These 2 guys are showing off. They both caught him, right?
Right.
So now if it comes up here now, God forbid if I don't, I got to be focused.
I have no doubt with the year you're having, with the 2 holes in 1, that you are going to make a play up here.
Well, I told you it's a big day. It started off well. You know, I lost one of my earbuds on the plane in Atlanta.
Yes.
So that showed up today in the mail. And I got my new driver that I bought February 13th, back ordered, just showed up today before the game started. I said, it's a good day.
Apparently The Merlonis are using the Pony Express to get their mail delivered. It'll be in there for a strike.
I think
Olson.
I think they made that shaft for my driver like by hand, like from scratch.
It's
February 13th.
Work of art, but I hope it's worth waiting for.
It better work.
Now we're bound to get another one up here, another foul ball at some point. Maybe not in this booth. Could be somewhere on the road.
It happens in threes.
Tell you what, I'll let you make the play.
All right.
I will gratefully get out of the way, particularly if the velocity is somewhere over 100 miles an hour. I will just move to the side. Big swing and a miss by Olson. He comes up empty, 2-2.
I gotta start stretching.
Wait a minute. This might not happen till August. You're going to be pretty darn limber.
It's coming tonight, I'm telling you.
Lou's ready to go. Ready to go. He's in his defensive position. Of course, you can't wear a glove. So nobody else is wearing a glove up here. 2-2 hammered into right. Closing on Abreu. He'll make the play. Olson hit it sharply, but for out number one. It looked like one of those old Army stretches, you know. Get the hips going.
Get the hand out. Old school.
Well, this will be fun if this happens tonight. What are the possibilities? We might get one up here in all three booths. In there for a strike on all B's. He's 1 for 3. Seven runs, 14 hits for the Red Sox. No runs, 5 hits for Atlanta. Connolly early, terrific performance tonight, in line for the W.
Catcher's challenging the pitch.
There you go, 7-0. Work on it. Right? Gotta gain some confidence in this ABS system.
This is Gasper.
Call's confirmed. Boston's down to 1.
Or
could go the other way. But he wants him to be more aggressive.
Yeah, I don't know about that. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Dubon, the base runner, with 1 out. As of tonight, we are 1/3 of the way through the schedule. These Braves have the best record in baseball, 37-18. Taps it foul to hang in. Afternoon baseball tomorrow at 4 o'clock. 4:10. Peyton Tolley, Chris Sale, and the Red Sox head for Cleveland. And that is going to be the entirety of that road trip. 3 games against the Guardians in Cleveland. Torn into that, but foul, and the Red Sox come home, and when they do, we're going to be into the month of June.
That's another quick little homestand with the Orioles. A lot of 3-3s. That road trip. That's going to be a tough one there. To play some good baseball.
Yankees, Tampa Bay. Back-to-back. And a knockdown by Gasper. And beginning with his Atlanta team, the only club the Red Sox face in a 15-game span that's not in first place is the Baltimore Orioles. Everybody else is first or second during that run. Peyton Tolley, the assignment tomorrow to beat Chris Sale and company. Here comes the 2-2.
Also waiting to find out the next steps with Crochet. Now you start looking a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks out. Start wondering when he gets involved.
A nice step yesterday, 3-2, and going to walk him. So ball 4. And a couple of base runners for Atlanta. Austin Riley will climb in next. He has struck out twice and taken ball 4.
Catch a condensed 2-hour version of this Red Sox game tonight at 12:30 a.m. on Sox in 2, only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360. It's presented by Bigelow Tea.
Riley certainly a home run threat. He's been a 30 home run guy in his career. The Braves very capable of pounding their way right back into a game of the long ball. Watson 16 pitches, 9 strikes so far. So it's Dubon at second, Albies on at first, and 1 away. And right through there for a strike.
Just when in that inning we were talking about that 4-0 lead, and it was that base hit that scored 2 more to make it 6. Right, with this team second in the league and all of baseball in home runs, it's 1 swing and they can get themselves right back into that game.
Fly ball into center. Cedon backing up just a tad. And a runner's hold. Out number 2. As the throw comes in a long way, and the runners stay at first and second. And that'll send up Harris, who is hitless tonight. Last night he was a terror. He had 4 hits. And this one 2 strikeouts. He's also tapped to second. Dubon at second, Albies on at first. The Atlanta Notes today said that Michael Harris yesterday finished a triple shy of the cycle, going 4 for 4, which is kind of like Lou Merlone finished 12 miles short of completing the marathon.
A couple innings shy of a no-hitter. Like the triple is the cycle, right? Like that's it. The toughest one to get these days.
Doubt about it. Line drive, leaping play by Sogard to take that away. So a couple of base runners stranded. Still 7-0. Last half of the 8th inning, Red Sox with a 7-0 lead. And Jarren Duran right in the middle of it with 3 hits tonight. All of his are singles. All 14 hits for the Red Sox are singles. This is the first time the Red Sox have had 14 hits that were all singles in a game since 1951. Now that was a complete game last time they did. This one not over yet, but
so we're rooting for no extra base hits.
Not really.
This kind of history.
Just passing it along. It's a little quirky. And there's a drive.
Oh no.
That one driven. That one is out of here. How about that? Red Sox with their first non-single, and it's a home run. And the 4th hit of the game for Duran, and his 8th home run.
Who needs history? Jarren Duran really turning the corner here. This has been an impressive run for him in the last 10 games. 4 hits tonight. Seem to be hitting everything hard even when he gets out. Smokes this one. This is now 8 on the year for Jarren Duran. I think 7 this month.
That Red Sox home run presented by New England Audi dealers. That went 104.3 off the bat. Cedon trying to join him in the 4-hit club. Take another look.
Well, there you go, up and in. Run that fastball up and in on him, and you run into some trouble. There's a line drive 400 feet.
Roll to first. Olsen right on the bag for out number 1. Back to the home run swing. 3 singles and a home run.
Timing's been so much better. Look like a little cutter maybe up and in. 89. Timed up, barreling a lot more here recently. Well over that 200 mark now. Kind of been rolling here in the last 10.
And it started at 198. Kind of blown right by that tonight. Chop to Albies at second. And Abreu retired. Well, you're 1 for 5. So 2 down in the Sox 8th, leading 8-zip. And Contreras next. He is 1 for 4 with a single. And Carrasco's first one fouled away at the plate. So Red Sox closing in on splitting these first 2 with Atlanta. With a marquee pitchers duel looming tomorrow afternoon right here on Nesson. Two gone and 2 strikes on Contreras. He lets that one go down and in. And a right-hander deals. Rattled to third, right at the feet of Riley. And he gets him. The Red Sox are on the board again. The blast by Jarren Duran. It's 8-0 Boston. By New England Chevy dealers to get a Let's Drive.
Oh, Duran, his 8th of the year, 7 this month. Now in his last 10 games, he's hitting .357, 8 extra base hits, 4 of them home runs in 10 games. Heating up.
15 Red Sox hits, 14 of those singles, and then his home run. So it is on to the 9th inning, and Mateo will lead things off. He has a couple of singles himself tonight. He's also grounded out to third. Batting .317. Braves don't lose many games. They certainly don't lose them like this. Red Sox pile up 6 runs in the 4th inning to break away, and solo runs in the 7th and 8th. Center field, Cedon will backpedal. He's got it. 1 down in the 9th. Our game summary is presented by Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. So Connolly early, a big part of this. 7 tremendous innings, 7 strikeouts, only 4 hits against the A-list lineup for the Atlanta Braves. Jarren Duran hitting star, 4 for 5. Cedon also 3 for 5.
And they got to Elder too. I mean, it's the shortest start of the year for him. He's having a fantastic year. ERA under 2 coming in. Shot that thing up to 2.5. It was 197.
Red Sox setting their sights on old pal Chris Sale tomorrow. Peyton Tolley gets that assignment. And the 0-1 from the righty. One out, base is empty. Again, the helmet comes off.
You gotta go smaller helmet, you think?
Maybe 1/2 size.
Just a quarter. The quarter would be good. 1/8 maybe even.
One and 2. And left it up. Remember your hat size?
I think it was 5/8. Got a big dome.
Yeah.
A big head.
Great big brain. 2-2. Left that one downstairs.
Yeah. Maybe 7.5 in that range.
What every player really wants to remember is your ring size. For those World Series rings. 3-2 foul back.
The only time I got sized up was when I was married. Missed that one by a year.
Sorry, you got the really important one.
I got
Lou.
the important one. You're right.
You got the one you'll value forever.
The one I actually wear.
Right. That's a fact. 3-2. Got him. Struck him out with a sweeper. 2 down. Statcast 3D is powered by Google Cloud.
Was the game. Sox blew it open here. 6 runs in the 4th. All singles. Hitting the ball hard. It was a broken bat single by Duran. There was a bunt. There was an error. There's a walk in there. But 6 runs across. Really kind of blew this game out early for the Red Sox.
Chadwick Tromp, the catcher, has a double tonight. He's 1 for 3. Watson trying to make him the last man to stand up tonight at home plate. 8-0 Sox. This has been a fun night.
Yeah, importantly too, you haven't had many of these where you actually can put a W on the board and not use your high leverage guys. Remember Garrett Whitlock's that knee, they got to keep an eye on him. He's day to day, probably unavailable today. So to win a ball game and not to go to them, it's very important.
Connolly early going 7. And he allowed only 4 hits when he was in the game. Here comes the 2-1. Cut on and missed. Fastball away, 2-2. So a crowd of 34,093 looking to celebrate a W here at Fenway. The 2-2 line drive caught, and that's the ball game. Connor Falefa on a wicked liner, but the Red Sox win this one in a bit of a laugher, 8-0, as they shut out the Atlanta Braves at Fenway.
Well, you needed it. I mean, you needed it. Get a W here at Fenway Park. It's been really hard to do. Obviously, we set the tone with Conley early, 7 scoreless, fantastic outing, and the offense woke up, led by that man, Jarren Duran, 4 hits and a home run. But overall, really nice game and an opportunity to set up a great pitching matchup in Tolle and Sale for this series.
Yeah, and a chance to win it tomorrow to take that series. This Red Sox win presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. And stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. TC Will and Rich Hill break it all down, the big plays, and Jemai will chat with Cedar Rafaela. That and more coming up after the break.